Gold and silver prices slipped again in London on Wednesday, both trading 0.3% lower in US dollar terms, while Western stock markets rose. And the Nasdaq index of US tech stocks touched a new record high, despite fresh geopolitical and US trade tariff turmoil. Copper futures on New York's CME exchange leapt as much as 18.5% after President Trump declared overnight that he will impose a 50% tariff on new imports of the industrially vital base metal, promising another slew of letters demanding new trade deals with more partner nations. Trump also vowed no extension of this week's extension to the 90-day pause in his second April Liberation Day tariffs from tomorrow until the 1st of August. But with microchips currently exempt from Trump's trade tariffs, stock in giant AI tech makers Nvidia rose to make it the world's first ever $4 trillion company. That pulled the Nasdaq Composite Index up 0.6% for the New York opening, briefly topping last Thursday's all-time closing high. While CME copper futures jumped in New York, physical copper prices today fell back on both the global London Metal Exchange and in number one consumer China's Shanghai market. That's because the quicker that a US tariff ruling is made, the quicker the extreme scarcity of copper units ex-US, driven by traders pouring metal into the States ahead of Trump's tariffs, will start to ease, says Natalie Scott-Gray, senior metals analyst EMEA and Asia at brokerage StoneX. Both gold and silver also poured into the USA earlier this year, swelling COMEX warehouse stockpiles to new all-time records ahead of Trump's Liberation Day announcement on trade tariffs, which in the end left bullion imports exempt. Losing out to US copper futures as the first half of 2025's best-performing major asset class, gold today touched one-week lows at £3,283 per troy ounce before fixing at London's 3 p.m. benchmarking auction around $3,300 and rising a further $12 in late afternoon trade. Silver prices, meantime, fixed around $36.59 per troy ounce at midday before dropping back to yesterday's low of $36.28. The current domestic supply of copper in the United States stands at 64%, says Bruce Ikemizu, formerly head of metals in Tokyo for China's ICBC Standard Bank and now director of the Japan Bullion Market Association, with the remainder relying on imports. Imposing a 50% tariff on those goods would place a significant burden on US industry, making America expensive and surely strangling the country's own economy. I think what they are doing is completely illogical. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.